Owning a home is the American dream. I love my job because I get to help people buy, sell, and improve that American dream. Follow me this week as we explore exciting new trends in Utah's real estate.
So I had a family that called me, and they spent a lot of time in Lake Powell, and they basically want to build Lake Powell in their backyard. So we came up with an awesome design that matches Lake Powell perfect. So I sat down with the owners, and we started talking about some of the things they like and some of the things that they want to incorporate in the pool. And in doing so, we kind of figured out some of the hardships that actually was going to take in this environment with their yard. Like, we were basically in a place where they had to jackhammer the foundation of their house out. And it's solid cliffs, solid rocks, and they want a pool that's 14, 16 feet deep where you can jump off a 20-foot cliff. And we figured, well, we've done it before and we can definitely make it happen. So we spent, 4 days with huge excavators. So I'd have to say this is probably one of the hardest pools we've actually ever had to engineer and excavate. It was solid rock. We had the biggest excavators you can get, the biggest jackhammers, and spent 4 days just jackhammering rocks out. Huge rocks as big as a Volkswagen we pulled out of this thing. Because they wanted the pool to be 14, 16 feet deep, so you can actually jump off 20-foot cliffs. And one thing that's awesome about this pool, we ended up putting the equipment room underneath the cliffs themselves. They're like, everything's hidden back underneath. You have no idea where it's at. You're not going to know where it is, because we're dealing with kind of a tight yard. We're dealing with a yard that has a lot of slope. Obviously, there's a mountain behind it. We have tons of concrete. We probably have, 250, 300 yards of concrete that's just in this pool itself. It's retaining the walls, it's retaining the slide. We have a 60-foot long slide that's going into it. We have a hot tub that, that's sitting up top. It's an 8-man hot tub. The pool, it has a Crystal Creek blue plaster. They want to have the look of, the Caribbean kind of at the same time. So you look at the water, it just looks so blue, so just clean and beautiful. You've got cliffs that are 14 feet tall. And in one of the things in making the pool, we kind of had some dirt shift, stuff like that, as we were building the slide. And we're thinking, okay, so we have the equipment room here and we have the slide up here, so let's make a little valley, a little alley where the guys and the kids can climb up through the pool, and they can get up to the upper levels and jump off the cliffs instead of having to go clear around the other side of the slide to get up. We ended up doing a deck that looks just like Lake Powell. We built custom rocks. These rocks are actually styrofoam rocks, but they're carved and coated with concrete to look like a normal rock, but they can actually take those rocks and scoot them around the fire pit. So as you can see, this pool turned out just like Lake Powell. I mean, it's the attention to detail that we put into this pool, it's just incredible. I mean, we spent hundreds of hours carving the rock, staining the rock, matching pictures, taking pictures of Lake Powell to make everything look exactly the way they wanted it to work. Literally, when they seen it, they literally started crying when we turned on the waterfall and everything. It turned out awesome. I couldn't be more proud of what we've done. I don't think they could be more happier. It's just one of the things that we do.
Continuing our look at the Northern Wasatch Parade of Homes, I've got Ryan Ortman with Woodside Homes. Ryan, thanks for taking a minute with us.
You bet.
Okay, so was this particular home built for the parade, or is this part of a bigger project, or what is this?
This particular home is part of a community called Stillwater. At Stillwater, we have actually two communities. One's called Preserve, and the other's called Haven. We have about 200 lots in this community, and this is one of the homes that we debut here.
Okay, wonderful. So what city is that in?
That's in Syracuse.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so this particular one is then more kind of a model home for you then?
It is.
Okay, wonderful. And so tell me about a little bit about what you guys consider standard features versus upgrades as we're looking at this.
Sure. Well, we actually have a very unique process. It's called the Inspiration Wall, where our buyers are able to customize their home right there in the sales office as opposed to going to a secondary location. We're very cognizant as far as what buyers most, what they desire most in their homes in terms of the features, and we try to make those as available as whether it be fit and finish options or structural options. So they're able to actually customize their floor plan as well as some of the features of their home.
Yeah, looks great. So the wood that you guys are seeing in here and the fireplaces is a real nice style and design. I like how you guys have left real neutral on the walls and brought a lot of pop and color with the your decorating.
Yeah, a lot of times you walk into a home and you're not really sure what's standard and what's optional, and we try to make that very clear for the consumer. And by putting a lot of decorator features in the home, sometimes it becomes confusing for them. But we like to have our homes be nice and bright and light and show, be very open, a lot of natural light, oversized islands, good family space, and yet still have that private retreat for the parents when they need to get away from all the kids.
Yeah, master bedrooms become very important in the last little bit. It's almost like its own little oasis, huh?
It is.
I guess if you're paying for it, you might as well enjoy it, right?
That's right.
Okay. Looks like we're headed down to the basement here.
Actually,
Tell me about
this is actually a loft upstairs.
Oh, it is?
This is an oversized loft. This particular community does not have a basement. And so what we did is we have an optional loft, and that couch actually seats 14 people. And so you have that space upstairs. We have a lot of natural light.
It's almost better that way. Anyway.
It actually is. This is one of the most popular plans, and people love this space.
Okay, and so what would this space be?
This is right when you come into the entry. Some people will use it as a music room, home teaching room. It's just a way to separate the area where you live to where you have those guests come in, and you need unexpected guests or expected guests, and able to still have those formalized spaces and yet still have an open floor plan.
Yeah, that's great. And so are you guys going to plan on, how many houses do you guys have in construction right now? What's that like?
We have quite a few under construction. It's an extremely popular plan, but we have about 200 home sites, and we have some spec homes ready for immediate move-in. And for those that are interested, you can reach out to us either on our website at woodsidehomes.com or call us at 801-871-9060.
They say on camera, I'm a little stiff, but I insisted that I be the one to tell you about the world's finest, safest garage door, the Martin Door, available at your nearest door, lumber, or hardware company. Tell them Dave Martin sent you. Now what's stiff about that?
Here at Real Estate Essentials, we love to support local business, and we love nothing more than local business that's had international success. And Martin Garage Doors is one of those. So the next time you're looking to buy garage doors, buy local, buy the best, buy Martin Garage Doors.
Amsco Windows was founded in Utah over 65 years ago. Our 535,000 square foot facility is one of the largest vinyl window plants in the country. We provide more windows in the state of Utah than all other manufacturers combined, and with Amsco, your design potential is limitless. At Amsco, we understand that quality, service, on-time delivery, and pleasing the customer are vital to our success. Amsco Windows, make your home a masterpiece.
Well, we've been thinking about it, and we're just not sure. I understand.
We've never sold a house before.
I'll walk you guys through every step.
So if we sell, do you think we can swing it?
Well, I have the numbers right here, and based on the comps that I've found, the timing is perfect. There's a lot of buyers for a house like yours.
It's good to know.
I'm so excited.
Okay, Clay, for this home, we're going to go look at a unique property. We don't show enough St. George homes. I love St. George homes, and this is a really good one.
Well, I love St. George because my whole stomping grounds growing up in southern Utah, and I love the red rock, and it just gives those communities down there so much character and vibrancy.
You got to love the green against the red.
Yes.
And they always do these brown tones. They do a really good job down there making the houses kind of fit into the layout of the land, right?
Well, it's unlike anything else in Utah, really. And it just gives a very unique feel and it's just a fun feel. Like I said, to me, it's kind of home, and I really like this style and this location a lot.
Yeah, and this one's a tremendous value at $474,900. It lays out really well. They've got it set up so you've got your house, which is a really cool style, but they've also got a casita in there, and that's a little place for your guests to stay. We're gonna go look at that in just a minute.
Those are a lot of fun because, you know, you can still be together, you can have company, but, you know, it's also nice to have that little bit of separation also when you want to have it.
Because if you live in a resort type situation like this, because this also includes a membership into the Entrada Golf Club and everything.
Yeah.
And so this is a good situation because you've got your house, you've got membership, and you've got a place for your guests to come and stay. So great place to retire or even have a second home, right?
It is, and that's what you see. I have so many friends that have second homes, people that I know in this area, and it's just a fun place to go be. And this community especially was so well thought out. I've rented a home in this community when I was down there for a soccer tournament, and whoever designed this was brilliant. But this home particularly, coming back to this, I mean, you see the finishes right there. They really thought this one through.
Yeah, really nice job of bringing the outside into the space.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about financing on this one because you're at $474,900. What's that look like?
Well, the cool thing about that, again, you're just kind of right close to that jumbo loan amount.
They do this on purpose, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because nobody wants to pay those higher rates into getting those jumbo loans.
That's right. And so when you're that close, you can just put a little bit down. You could even do a second if you wanted to, which on this home could work out really well. But it puts you under that 417, which gives you the most desirable rates and terms available in that price range. It's really, really good.
Yeah, one of the other cool things about this, the seller is considering for a little bit more money above the asking price, they will consider leaving all the furnishings. And so what's really nice about that, you could get your house and instead of having to go cash out of pocket and have to go buy all the furnishings and furnishing, you could literally finance the whole thing and have it all together.
Well, and that's where that second mortgage works out really good because it would give you that opportunity to really do that. And again, you have kind of a pre-made second home right here with that possibility.
And because you also get the membership involved, you can wrap that all into financing, and you don't, because normally you have to come out of pocket directly with that membership, which is very expensive, but it's awesome. And so everything all built into one here. And now we're going to go look at that casita that we were talking about.
That is cool. I like that little separate patio right there in between.
It's literally its own little living space. And if you have a place like this, I want to come and visit personally. You know, I'm on the list. I hope I'm on the list because I love it.
You know, we have people visit with us all the time and come stay with us. And I love that layout. It would make it really nice for both parties, actually.
Okay, so I had to look at some of the amenities here at the Entrada. Entrada, of course, if you haven't been down there, don't know Entrada. Entrada is probably one of the nicest communities put together down there that is based around an incredible golf course and, of course, the spa and the gym that they have here. And take a look at that swimming area.
Well, there's no need to go to a gym or, I mean, travel very far to have entertainment or activity or exercise. It's all kind of right there.
Perfect for families, right?
It is. It really is.
You got your golf, you got your tennis, and they've got their own restaurant built in there right next to the golf course. And man, this is a really good situation for $474,900. You get everything. You could situate it so you get all furnished. You get the golf club. You get I mean, talk about a perfect second home.
Well, no pun intended, but this whole community was just a masterstroke. It was really put together well.
So Clay, I've got something unique for the show here. We're going to look at some land, and land is, of course, very valuable because they're not making any more of it, right?
Right, and I'm loving this already, just that kind of rural feel. I love the uniqueness of this property. It's different from stuff we normally do, and yet it's really cool because of the opportunities that lie within this land.
Yeah, what's really awesome about this one, not only is it land, but it backs to the Weber River.
Yeah.
It's got its own frontage, which is very rare in Utah because the state of Utah goes in and buys up as much property as they possibly can that backs to river, because they understand the concept that if you have land and you have water next to it, and then you've got yourself a monopoly, essentially.
Yeah, and the cool thing, I like this property because, you know, I grew up in a rural area. We worked the land, we farmed it, we put cows on it to pasture in the wintertime. And it was a lot of hard work, but some great memories. And I learned a lot on that property. But this, I'm jealous of the water because of the recreational opportunities and just the ease of use from a livestock perspective as well.
So you didn't have water on your land?
No, we had to pump it in. And so this is really cool. I like
so this is perfect. So if you wanted to go down there and go fishing, if you wanted to go swimming in the river, you know, you put a swing over the top of it, whatever you want to do. And the nice thing is, not only is it next to the water, but it comes with 7 water shares. So you also have the ability to pump the water on and be able to use it.
Yeah,
which is great.
That is. That's really great.
So very unique situation. You could use this to put a house on. You could have cattle on it. You could do a combination of. You could do farmlands. But let's talk about financing, because this is something I don't really know about. But tell me about financing on
Yeah,
large
so your
parcels.
financing is going to be different because of just the size of acres that you have on this. You're going to be looking at about a 35 to 40% down payment on this. But then what a lot of other people want to do is they want to put a house on it and say, we want to be right there and work the land on site. And so then you have some other finance options for more of a residential opportunity there.
So a couple different options.
There are, yeah.
And so it's going to go out here and kind of show the different parcels. It's broken up into different parcels, but you can see where the river kind of goes along the side of it and then how much access it has. It's one thing to have a little sliver of it, but I mean, it literally has a bend of the river around it, which is awesome.
That really is.
And the great thing about this, if you break it down price per acre, you're buying it about $14,000 an acre, which is incredible.
That is.
That's a great deal also.
It really is.
Moving is hard and no one likes to do it. It should be an adventure, and we here at Wasatch Moving Company make it one. We are that extra bit of help that everyone needs. Let us take the stress out of moving for you with our excellent and careful staff and our flat rate affordable pricing. Call Wasatch Moving Company today, the official movers of Real Estate Essentials with Jay Deere on ABC.
A Better Clean, based in Salt Lake City. Fast, free, in-home quotes done by experienced professionals with uncompromised quality. We take pride in the service we provide. We have products safe and eco-friendly. We exceed every expectation, so give us a call today.
Northern Wasatch Board of Realtors supports Utah home values.
Okay, Clay, so it's always good to have unique properties because you typically look at a single family residence, right?
Right,
Which
yeah.
and they're everywhere, but occasionally you come across a unique property like this one that's set up. Whoever built this house designed it around having a home business. And so we're gonna go inside here in a minute, but it's got a 6-car garage, and then they've got an entrance for an office right off the side. And so as we're going down, you see those steps going in?
Yep.
That's where the office is. And off the back, look at this. It's separated from the house, so it's got a breezeway, and then you've got a 6-car garage, so you could have a massive shop back there. And this is, they've got it set up so you've got, you can add in heat underneath the concrete, so it'll heat during the winter. And then, so this is for that person that has like their own business, you know, whether they work on cars or whether they might be landscaper or something like that.
Or a cabinet maker. Or,
anything like that. They can have their own shop right on site, and they get, And this is wonderful because they get their house, they get their business in there. They don't have to have 2 different loans. They don't have to have that higher interest rate on that business, right?
Yep. Yeah.
And they can come inside and have lunch, you know, can be there with the family, can work late at night, but still be there.
And then where our economy is going, Jay, I mean, more and more people are going towards that in today's age of technology, where you have that opportunity to do that. And like you say, for the contractor or the person that does a lot of work with their hands and wants that shop on site, and a great house to go with it. I mean, great features here in the house, and a nice little island here. Lots of room, it looks like.
Yeah, so it's got 6 bedrooms in it, and they laid it out really nice. So you can come right into the front of the house. You know, it's got nice hardwood floors throughout. But man, I'll tell you, what's going to sell this thing, and I know it, it's going to be that garage. Because I just had another one like this we had on the show, and they were struggling to get it sold until we talked about why somebody would want to buy that thing. And this is one of those situations, because somebody most likely won't buy this for this house, but they'll buy it for the business opportunity.
Yes.
Yeah. And this is, when I ran across this property, I was like, this is awesome, because the last one I had like this, we got multiple offers on it. People really dying to get that property.
Well, and that second entrance, that separate entrance, is huge, because it does allow you to have that separation without your family having to answer the door or talk to people.
It's
it just really allows
separate.
you. Yes.
Yeah. And it also has, which it has access, it's got a mother-in-law potential basement. And so right next to where your shop is, right in the back, it's got a stairway going down where you could finish out. The basement's out halfway done right now, but you could finish the rest of that out, and you could be, I mean, you could have another potential, you know, money making. You almost, by the time you set this thing up, you could have your business on it, maybe rent out the basement to a family member or whatever, and then you could basically live for free.
Yeah.
I mean, well, at $419, that's not a big price point.
That's a great price point, because that jumbo maximum loan amount is $417. So you're under that, where you're still getting the very best of the conventional financing with the Fannie and Freddie opportunities that are there. So no, that is a great price point, because it opens up just almost every type of finance opportunity that gives you the best terms available.
Yeah, and that's why I thought it was a unique home. You know, oftentimes we show these multi-million-dollar homes and all that kind of stuff, but this one, there is a buyer out there that doesn't even probably know that they want this house until they see it.
Yes, yeah, exactly. And I like that front image right there. I love those archways.
Yeah, lots of brick.
Yep.
Okay, Clay, for this one, this is going to be kind of the showcase of the home, of the homes on this week's show, and this one's going to be listed at $1.349 and is situated in Highland, Utah. Take a look at that.
Well, that has curb appeal written all over it, not to mention those mountains that you're looking at in the background. I mean, you have Timpanogos right there. Look at that aerial shot.
Beautiful, and situated right on the end of a cul-de-sac. So you'll notice as you go in, it opens up into the back. So you're sitting on over half an acre. You literally have your own park in the backyard. They've got a walkout basement, a deck that goes all the way across the top. It's got mother-in-law apartment. It's got a spin around up there, and so you can do turn around. So if you pull into the backyard, you can pull right around. It's got a place where it's got 4 garages coming in from the top, and then it's got 2 cars that wrap around the back, so it's a 6-car garage home.
Well, it's like they've thought of everything. It really is.
They have put a lot into this home. And as we step into the inside, you're going to notice the massive, expansive space. And this is something you don't normally see. You'll see 2-story homes where they have to kind of do 2 stories all the way across. You'll notice that a massive space. What they did is they had to put steel columns and steel beams in there. And so as you look out at those beautiful windows between those, all big, huge steel columns.
And it just opens it up. It lets in all that natural light, and it just adds a warmth and just that kind of homey feel that you're looking for, even though it's a really big home. It's just,
yeah, and it costs a lot of money to build homes like this. And you'll notice all their fixtures and everything that they put in here. They really decked it out. It's all wood grain, and I mean, they really put the detail work into this home.
They did. It's like every little thing they thought about it, and it's just state of the art. I mean, even that inlay work right there, just everything throughout this home was so well planned.
The plantation shutters all done in wood, and all their fixtures like I talked about, and all their recessed lighting, everything just absolutely beautiful. Head into the kitchen just the way we like to see it, right?
Yes.
This is like a designer kitchen, right?
The colors on this are just spectacular. Yeah, you know, the cabinet color, the appliances, the granite, all of it pulls together to just make this kitchen work, and it makes it very attractive.
Yeah, very timeless colors and the styles that they put in there. Just the way you want it, right?
It is. I'm loving that kitchen. You can picture the family kind of sitting around there, and great feel, and big island there.
Yeah, spinning around here, we're going to take a quick look at the kind of dining area, and then we're going to go into the master bedroom, which is always a great place to go look. One of the things I really like the master bedroom on this one, it's on the main floor, and it walks right onto a deck that has a hot tub out there, right?
Yeah, and look at those ceilings. You know, as you're getting ready to walk out, and when you walk into that room, it's like it's its own little home right in there. And then that feel when you're walking up on the balcony, that's just, you have to experience it. You really do.
Beautiful master bathroom, of course, just the way it should be done. Okay, so if we were talking about financing on this, so we're at 1.349. What do you do on financing on something like this?
You know, the great thing about it with the economy and where rates have been, what's been happening, jumbo rates are really have gotten a lot closer to conventional rates. So and the good thing about it, Castle & Cooke, we can do an 80% first mortgage and a 10% second mortgage. And so literally you can get into this type of a home with only 10% down, and the jumbo rates right now in this climate are very favorable.
That's awesome. So down in the basement, it's a mother-in-law apartment down there. They've got a suspended garage right here for your home theater. They've got their own salon built in on a half an acre, or over an acre on this thing. It's, I mean, completely decked out.
Well, you know, you go back to that theater room, and I'm loving that. You know, I think of all the football games and at different friends and people's homes with their theater rooms. It's just a great way to entertain company and create memories.
And look at that. The backyard is really, they've got a water feature in the back. They've got kind of a deck area that kind of walks over, kind of like a landing. And they really have put, I mean, you could have your own football game right in this backyard.
Well, this is going to be nominated the Turkey Bowl home for years to come.
They're just going down into that second garage, and that's where you go into the mother-in-law apartment. And so you could situate this if you had family that needed to come and stay with you or something. It's perfect. They got their own garage and everything.
Incredibly smart design and really thinking this through. And even the landscaping, the way it all kind of pulls together, this was very well laid out.